like I should. Don't make me give you back to the hood.
Don't make me
Give you back.
I say bounce that shit like
Whoa.
Yeah,
Bounce that shit like whoa.
this is not a fairy tale.
I already know how you like it.
Take you to the mall and
Get you a new outfit. Girl, that's just no child's play. Bounce that shit like whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
heard all of the stories about you.
I already know.
I like it. Take you to the mall and get you
Come on, Twitch.
Girl, that's just some
Come
child's play. Bounce that
on, Twitch. Whoa. Bounce that shit like whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go.
Yeah.
Wrote that dick like a soldier. She wrote it like a soldier.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. She wrote it like a. You don't wanna fall in love, I know. Trust, I know. Hug, I know. Way before. I slept in his bed. Say a different number than the one that's in my head. There we go. Fuck. Like the Louis you just got. What a fun in that. Like a college running back. You don't end up staying where I'm at. Sagittarius. Song that's playing for you is Child's Play, Sagittarius, and it's crazy because the song that was playing before this one was Unexplainable, I think, by Kodak. So you might be in a space or situation and it's like either someone acting childish and then you might be in a position where it's like now you calling them to explain themselves. Like what the fuck possessed you to think it was okay to express yourself in this manner in my space or bring yourself to me like this? You feel me? You trying to figure out where someone's mindscapes was at when they thought they could do this in your environment or thought they could say this in your presence or thought they could express or carry themselves like this in your space. You feel me? And you probably don't get down with that. Now here you go, you addressing it. Now you might be talking to somebody about something. You feel me? Hey, little Sally, little Joey, I'm just trying to figure out what were you thinking when you did that? You feel me? If it's a relationship, you looking at your partner like, did you even consider the fact that we're in a relationship before you said that, before you did that, before you made that post, before you feel me? Whatever the fuck we talking about. You motherfuckers might be getting caught up if you on Twitter. Motherfuckers might be getting caught up on the reposts. Yeah, what the fuck you reposting some shit like that for, nigga? You in a relationship type of vibe. And if you the one who questioning your partner, or if it's a situation where someone could be questioning you, Sagittarius, someone trying to figure out where the fuck your head was at, where you at, why you expressing yourself in a manner like this, or putting yourself out in a way where it's like it don't reflect the fact. The song is playing this again by WAP. You feel me? So it's almost like this ain't the first time. It's this is you done did this or they done did this more than once. Now you trying to figure out. Back in the day, you probably never asked them about it. You feel me? You probably never you really cared to go any deeper than what the surface was of this. You feel me? You thought it was just okay. They made a little mistake. All right, cool. They said sorry. We just gonna chalk it up and throw it back. Keep it pushing. Next thing you know, it happened again. All right. So obviously the first time was not a mistake. The first time was intentional because it happened again. Now we gotta talk about it. Now we gotta figure out what the fuck you thinking about. Where your head at? Because obviously, if you think you could do it again and you did it again and we here again, obviously we got some shit to talk about. You feel me? If now Sagittarius, whether that's you or that's someone outside of you, you feel me? Whether you've been put in a cycle and now you're aware of the cycle, you see the pattern. You feel me? You can see the squid in the game, or someone outside of you. You've been putting someone outside of you in a cycle. You've been putting someone outside of you in a pattern. And it's like now they calling you out on it. All right, what the fuck we doing this again for, Sagittarius? Because we did this already. We've been here already in terms of our relationship. A relationship's supposed to be about growth, not stagnancy. That motherfucker's a ladder, not a bed. Why the fuck we back in this mind space? Why the fuck we back in this experience? I thought you said that was the last time. whoever the fuck we talking about, Sagittarius, if we talking about a situation that involves you and another, or if it's just a space where you talking to yourself, looking at yourself in the mirror. Why the fuck I keep doing this? Why is it every time I always end up talking to myself like this in the mirror? Why I always end up thinking about myself in this perspective when I put myself in this pattern or this routine, or when I go there, or when I invest in this person, knowing I told myself I'm done with you type of vibe. In whatever level, ain't no cards out. It's still up in the air. Hey, that could be your reading right there though. Now we gonna start. Yeah, someone couldn't see themselves without you, Sagittarius. I don't know if that someone is you or if that someone is someone outside of you. Yeah, nah, that might be you. You might have a high mind about something. You feel me? You when you think about this idea, when you think about this relationship, or when you think about expressing yourself in this environment, that environment tickle your fancy type of vibe. That should get your mind going. That should get your mind cranking when you think about doing and or being there, wherever there is, who with, or if it's a situation and you involving yourself with people, or if it's a situation and it's just you and your damn self. You know what side of the fish you fall out, Sagittarius? Oh Lord. I need you, baby. I ain't afraid to admit it, girl. I need you, baby. Baby. Oh, it depends. I'm spinning. Big so what to the fish? I ain't even gonna take it, but you see the way the card, you feel me? You see the way it hit the splits. I'ma look at it. We ain't taking it though. Yeah, you over some hurt, Sagittarius. Now, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. That shit could have been 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. You feel me? Could have been a couple months ago. Yeah, you could have been last week. You feel me? Something, you got over some sort of hurt. And it's like ever since you got over this, you made space for a new idea in that field. Or it's like you made space for a new love in your life ever since you got over that past hurt. Because something hurt you yesterday. Whether that's a solo battle and you just put yourself out in life some sort of way, or you were investing in patterns and routines that ended up leading you astray or leading you off path. Whatever path you see or whatever future you see for yourself, you doing that was not taking you there. Now you're in a position where it's like now you back on track after going through and getting over a hurt. Now, whether that was self-inflicted or, I mean, it was self-inflicted either way because you made the decision. But it's neither here nor there. I'm telling your mind is where your mind need to be at, though. Empress upright, yeah, you look at that and you think real highly of that. You feel me? That shit get your spirit going when it come to how you feel. You feel me? It's like, yeah, that's the fuel to your fire, so to speak. Whatever is fueling your fire. Yeah, you hot about something, though. Motherfuckers, when you look at that, you feel me? When you line yourself up with that, it's like you were in a funk yesterday. Now that ever since you got out of your own way about this, yeah. Ever since you allowed yourself to think positive about this, yeah, type of vibe. Ever since you decided to nurture this concept or nurture this perspective, and then look what's on the bottom. Are you fucking kidding me? Empress upright twice. Ever since you moved and shifted your internal dialogue. If it's a solo battle, it's how you talk to yourself. If it's an external battle, it's how you talk about something you see to yourself. You feel me? You look at something outside in life, how you communicate that with yourself, how you think about it. Yeah, ever since you changed that, shit been moving. The song is playing is freestyle. Little baby, and mom, that's, you know what the fuck. And it's like, it could be something you've never really engaged with. Almost like judging a book by its cover. And you even though you judge the book by its cover, you still might have been in a position where you picked up the book and took it home, and you might have read you a couple pages. Next thing you know, you deep in the book. Next thing you know, you over with the book. Next thing you know, you looking at the artist's other novels in the series type of vibe. Now it's almost like you're allowing yourself the freedom of thought when it comes to this. You're not gonna wear someone else's cross when it comes to their perspective on an idea or their perspective on a topic or their perspective on a situation. You're going to think for your damn self after going through life and life teaching you something about that. Yeah, you know what the fuck we talking about. Ace of Wands is the first card to come out upright. And then look, that don't do shit but line up with the what? With the what? Ace of Diamonds. Yeah, you fucking with it. And you ready to voice that if you ain't voicing that already. If you ain't in the situation, Sagittarius, and if you ain't talking to motherfuckers about this shit now, matter of fact, motherfuckers might be tired of hearing this out your mouth. But it's almost like, well, they gonna have to hear it whether they like it or not, because this is you. This is who you are. This is what you passionate about. This would get your fire. Hey, I'm telling you, motherfuckers might be tired. Ace of Swords in reverse is the second card. Motherfuckers might be tired. It's like motherfuckers might have been. If you ain't in this position where people lying to you about this, it's almost like motherfuckers trying to come to you and tell you against this, or think you against this. People want you to see this in a different light. So yeah, I'm gonna go to Sagittarius and I'm gonna tell Sagittarius this, that, and the third about this person. You feel me? You ain't letting motherfuckers gaslight you. Anytime someone comes to you about a negative perspective about this, you flip it using your passion about it and turn it to a positive, or turn it into another reason as to why. You feel me? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping type of energy. So every time you see a new hater, that just lets you know you popping type of vibe in whatever environment, whatever space. You know what the fuck we talking about. If it's a solo battle, you were lying to yourself. Moral of the story. Well, shit, you still might be lying to yourself, but while you're lying to yourself, you're actively debunking your lies. So your mind could be like, nah, I think it's like this instead of like that. But then you do something in your external world to tell your mind, nah, it ain't like that. It's like this, and it's like this because I got this to prove it. Type of vibe. So whatever you debunking, if it's a solo battle and you dealing with yourself, and it's that internal back and forth, or it's an external battle and it's an external back and forth with your internal. You know what the fuck we talking about, Sagittarius? This bad, right? Yeah, the song is playing is bad. So it's like, again, you could be in a situation where you would look at something and your mind would be like, the devil in you would be like, nah, that's bad. That ain't good. We shouldn't do that. Then here you go. Your heart will baptize the negative mentality of your mind. And then it's like, it'll change that negative to a positive as to why. Because it's like you're built for it. You ain't new to this, you true to this. Have a me. Motherfuckers is salty, dog. I ain't even gonna hold you. If it's a situation, Sagittarius, it's a solo battle. Yeah, when you led yourself astray, you led yourself astray. You was not following the yellow brick road. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now it's almost like, I don't know who was was it Dorothy? Was the shorty who clicked her heels together 3 times with the little red sparkle shoes? I think that's Dorothy. Dorothy and Toto, if I'm not mistaken, with the lion, the tin can, the scarecrow, all of them. Yeah, I don't know if you weren't Dorothy. It's like you were Dorothy, letting someone convince you weren't. So you were following someone else, and it's like you were following against the path. Now you in a position where you could have turned your back on who you were once following, and now it's almost like you are aware you're Dorothy in your story, in your life, in this scenario, in this space. Let's say you're in a relationship and sharing a space with your partner, or you're sharing a mental cloud or a consciousness cloud with your partner. When it comes to this topic or this subject or this situation, or when y'all go here, you used to let them lead, only to find out they didn't know how to lead when it came to that. Or they didn't know how to produce soil to plant better ideas when it comes to this thought process, or this perspective on life, or this belief in life, or when it comes to the dynamic that y'all share. Y'all had a common ground that wasn't so common. It was more like a battlefield, and that's only because the leader of the land couldn't lead the land. Now you're in a position where it's like you're not gonna let your partner take charge when it comes to this. You gonna take charge when it comes to that, because you realize your partner can't handle the bills. They not really good when it comes to the financial aspects of life. Spiritually, you feel me? They don't know how to take money from the bank and bring it back home and manifest some shit in the third dimensional with it. All they know how to do is get money from the bank to spend it on bullshit. Get a good idea, turn it bad. Or get a good idea and execute it terribly. So now you're in a position where you're going to be the one who executes. Or you're going to be the one to go to the spiritual bank, go to the spiritual consciousness cloud, bring ideas back and spread it in your relationship in a manner that the relationship can digest it and be in it. You feel me? You gonna bring the one. You gonna be the one to bring new life into your relationship. Bring new ideas. Bring new passion. You gonna be the one to be like, hey babe, let's do this. Cause when your partner be like, hey babe, let's do this. The do this ain't something you want to do. Type of vibe, and you tired of that. You get it. Yeah, you smart, Sagittarius. I know you get it. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like, and now that you in this position, cause that could have been like, let's say you're dealing with somebody, that really could have been like, damn, I didn't realize more flipped. Hold up, man, we might have to throw that back. I ain't gonna hold you. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, we gonna put that back. Matter of fact, cause I didn't realize I had the deck a certain type of way, so we ain't even gonna count that. It's no good, no good, no good. What song is this? Oh, you went. Yeah, I'm telling you. It's like you did it for once, or you did it for a change, and look how it turned out. Yes, you did it for a change, and look how it turned out. Now you and your partner might not be in a position where they want to admit it if it's a situation. Let's say you're in a relationship, but the fact that the idea or the date night you pitched turned out to be fan-fucking-tastic, yeah, you gonna be the leader of date night now. You gonna be the one to formulate the ideas when it comes to expressing your mentalities now. If it's a situation and you dealing with yourself, it's like the fact that you allowed yourself to think from your heart once and you carried out actions from your heart versus carrying out actions from your mind. The result your heart got you made you realize, you know what? I'm a lead with this now instead of leading with this. I'm gonna lead with this. I'm gonna take the idea, bring it up here, and then I'm gonna bring it out here. You feel me? Whatever the fuck we talking about. Instead of taking from here and just throwing out. It's gonna be like that. Yeah, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Sagittarius, if I'm talking to you, you know what the fuck you know where it's at. Cause something changed in your motion. Something changed in your life that made you realize I'm telling you, you got, and your partner might be sick. Cause it's like now they don't wear the pants anymore. If it's like that, they're not the breadwinner, so to speak, when it comes to this. Them motherfuckers wasn't breadwinning shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it ain't a situation, Sagittarius, and you dealing with yourself, you might have thought you had shit on lock. You ain't had shit on lock for real. But now it's like, now you have shit on lock to know yesterday you didn't have shit on lock for real. You wasn't 10 toes for real. You might have been 5. You might have been 4.5. You might have been 4 in a pinky type of vibe. But you wasn't 10 toes. Now that you 10 toes, you know you wasn't 10 toes yesterday. Now that you got some business to stand on, you know you wasn't standing on shit. God is my witness. Yeah, Sagittarius, if you dealing with a motherfucker, they could feel however which type of way they mad, they not the line leader, they mad, they can't recommend, they mad, I don't give a fuck. And be honest with you, Sag, you looking good where you at, because you know where you going. In order to know where you going, you gotta know where you coming from. And you ain't know where you was coming from yesterday. Shit, you barely knew yourself. Now we got some shit to talk about. Now you ain't putting up with nobody bullshit, because you know what the fuck you want in your life. You know what you want out of life. You know where you want to be, how you want to spend your time, the type of shit you want to do, and the type of shit you don't want to do. Now that you've been through what you don't want to do no more. You feel me? You outgrew that. Why would I try to put myself back in the box I outgrew, is what Sagittarius is saying. And Sagittarius, look, you got a vision for life. And that vision for life might include you no longer expressing yourself in a certain type of avenue. Because when you do that, the only thing you're doing is expressing your pain. And why would you want to keep hurting yourself about that? You already grew up. Why would you want to walk backwards? That's me, by the way. Yeah, I'm telling you. And it's like, that should scare you now, type of vibe. I don't want to go back. I don't want to be broke. The fuck I want to be broke for, type of vibe. And it's like you know that because you've been broke. It's not like you was born into wealth. You was born into it. You weren't born into it. You got it. Now that you got it, I ain't going back to what that was. Or what life was without it. Hey, you know what the fuck it is. The song that's playing is I'm Ready. Nah, she ready. Yeah, I'm telling you, you ready. When it comes to your emotional mind, your emotional perspective, how you feel has been developed. Now it's a matter of you expressing that out in life. Instead of talking the talk, now you gotta walk it too. Pretty much. Whether you were talking it internally or you were actually talking that shit. Now it's like not only you talking it, you walking it. If you ain't did it, you gonna do it. If you ain't done it, you better do it. Now Sagittarius, you know if you a Sagittarius in this world and you still ain't shit, you wasn't shit yesterday and you ain't shit today, I ain't talking to you. But if you know if you a Sagittarius and you done sat back and you reflected on your individualities, you reflected on the type of pain you've been inflicting to people and the type of pain you've been experiencing in life emotionally, the shit that broke your heart. Now it's like you didn't allow it to break your heart into shambles, you allowed it to break your heart open. Now you free for real. You ain't just walking around saying, "Oh, I'm free in a sense of, oh, you could do." Nah. Now you living. Now you got life up in you. Hey, you know what the fuck we talking about though? I'm a